best boxing content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and punch that bell for notifications.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, Hollywood, our next bout of the evening is brought to you by Seminole Warriors Boxing Promotions and DiBella Entertainment in association with Arena Box Promotions and the Seminole Tribe of Florida. This is your main event of the evening, 10 rounds of boxing in the super middleweight division. Your judges scoring this bout at ringside are Peter Trematera, Rocky Young, and Bill Ray. Your referee in charge of the action is Frank Santori Jr. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the gray trunks. He weighed in 167 3/4 pounds. His professional record, 33 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw, with 25 wins by way of knockout. He comes from Puerto Limon, Costa Rica. Here is Henry Porras. His opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black and white trunks, bearing the flag of Puerto Rico, weighing at 169 1/4 pounds. His professional record, 28 wins, 2 losses, with 24 wins by way of knockout. Originally from Barranquilla, Colombia, now fighting out of Carolina, Puerto Rico, the former challenger for the middleweight championship of the world. Here is EDISON Pantera Miranda.
Let's go.
Steve, the feeling I get is that Henry Porras better have an awfully good, tight defense early.
All right, guys, going
Because
over that
EDISON
dressing room
Miranda
trunks. We were supposed to be is keep your blows here.
This
But
looks
right,
to
watch
be
your
a guy
head.
who's going to fight with
Questions,
a fury
questions,
again.
good luck,
Nothing
guys.
subtle about him.
Watch for the big right hand. That's Miranda's
That's
big
it.
punch. He doesn't always look pretty, but boy, is he strong. And
Oh,
can
yeah.
he punch? He was strangely lethargic against Pavlik. Perhaps it was the weight. I don't think he'll be lethargic at all tonight.
They're both in black. Okay, the easy way is the guy with the hair is Miranda. Miranda, again, nothing subtle about him. Lacks a lot of technical polish, but man, he is strong. Muscled, as you see. It's Porras trying to find a comfort zone here. Wants to move forward, and it looks like Miranda wants to draw him in at first. Porras at 6'1", slightly taller. Looking very amateurish with that right hand. He's trying to dial in the jab, and Miranda is absolutely taking his time figuring out how Porras moves.
They're studying each other a little bit. So much for studying.
Porras getting those 3 right hands in. Miranda's taking his time. I was wrong.
There you go. There you go.
First fight at 168. Energized, he said. Feels strong. Mentally, who knows? You know, he had to crawl off the canvas twice. That showed guts and heart.
Sure it did. He showed loads of heart in that fight. Boy, what a difference in power. I mean, Porras' punches are looping. And that right hand of Edis Miranda, thudding. He's landed it to the body more effectively than to the head so far.
Yeah, you get the feeling the first time he hits Porras flush. Things will be very different. Porras has won 3 straight in Costa Rica against limited opposition. But he was stopped twice before that. Carl Frock beat him in 05. No disgrace there.
Well, Porras has been stopped in 4 of his 6 losses, but never early. He always goes a while. 7, 8, 9, 10, that's when he's vulnerable. That was, all the stoppages were against very, very good fighters. And keep in mind, he's been in with Mikhail Kessler, who's right now the second best and may prove to be the best super middleweight in the world.
Yeah, Otis Grant, Kessler, Alejandro Barrio.
He beat Barrio. He told me Barrio hit him harder than any other fighter he's ever fought.
That's saying something. extremely cautious first round.
Well, he's fortunate that Porras isn't really showing much offense. Porras seems to be a little off balance. His timing is not good at all. And he's looping his shots big time, especially his right hand.
I don't think he wants to get in a firefight with this guy.
He just traded there, and he survived it, but that's about the best you could say about it.
EDISON Miranda back to us. Only loss, or I should say that that last loss, Kelly Pavlik. Best career win for Miranda, would you say, Alan Green?
No doubt. He got off the floor to do that, too. But Alan Green was 23-0. I mean, think about it. Before Kelly Pavlik, 30-0. Alan Green, 23-0. Willie Gibbs, 20-1. And Arthur Abraham, the IBF middleweight champion at the time, and still 21-0. So his last four opponents, 94-1. How's that for competition?
It's it. That Arthur Abraham fight was brutal as well.
God.
Broken jaw by Abraham, questionable decision. Lots of stuff going on there. Across the water. You just get the feeling after figuring out Porras that Miranda is all set to crank it up.
Porras just takes too long to get his shots off there.
Yeah. Miranda's such a flamboyant guy. Loves to talk, huh?
He's exciting. You know, he was not only the #2 middleweight in the world when he lost to Kelly Pavlik, but I'd say one of the fastest rising stars in all of boxing at the time.
Very exciting to watch. Now starting to put shots together. See that hook as he keeps punching, the hook landed. But Porras with that defense taking a lot of shots on the gloves, but unable to counter that pure aggression from Miranda. Now Miranda backs off, tees off again. Porras just taking shots, nothing in return.
I'd say the ropes are not the place for Porras to be now.
Double jab. He's really jabbing up Miranda. A lot of guys would rather do that than jab down, but he definitely is the shorter guy.
Well, he's got Porras reacting to that right hand when he just deked with it. Porras flinched.
Porras ran into a right there.
Took it well, though.
He did. Porras not cracking with that any kind of sting resembling Miranda's, though. Nothing to really discourage Miranda. Closing out the second round of a scheduled 10-round super middleweight fight. Here on Broadway Boxing, EDISON Miranda, Henry Porras.
Break.
So Porras, without the firepower to match Miranda, obviously, try to make this a technical fight. Now he seems to want to come forward again and box. Now it's Miranda flicking the jab.
Miranda, Nick, is such an amazing story. You've probably heard it before, but abandoned by his mother when he was young, and at the age of 10, he walked the equivalent of about 200 miles in search of her. Eventually, he found her. She abandoned him again. Pretty amazing.
Astounding. Porras with some good shots as he dug to the body, and that riles Miranda. He got hit with a right hand. Now he's measuring Porras with that right hand. There's the hook. But Miranda just wants to unload.
Out and punch. Yeah, bring it back. Box.
He flustered him, Steve. Porras not just trying to, not suffering any kind of meltdown. That was good action in the corner.
One thing Pantera Miranda does real well, mixes up his right hand. You know, throws it to the body, sometimes loops it a little bit, sometimes throws it straight. He feints with it.
Well, you know, that shows some of the boxing skills that I tend to ignore in him. I always thought, yeah, he's just not subtle. He's not technically polished by any means. He's just he's born with power. He's a puncher.
Well, that's what makes Kelly Pavlik so amazing. Pavlik fought Miranda and just said from the start, I'm backing him up. And he did it. I mean, who would ever go into the ring with that attitude against EDISON Miranda?
A hard-as-nails guy like Kelly Pavlik. And a little crossover there, looking to fire that short right hand. Porras slipping away.
Porras has taken everything Miranda's thrown very well so far, but, and here's the but, I want to see him do it in rounds 8, 9, and 10.
Good point. Just like to have Porras threaten Miranda a little bit. It's very difficult to ever back this guy up. Make him think twice about walking in with liberties like that. Quick hands from Miranda.
Pretty simple. Porras just doesn't have anything to keep Miranda off.
Exactly.
So Miranda's punching when he wants, attacking when he wants, boxing when he wants, resting when he wants.
It's called controlling this fight through 3 rounds.
Lindo.
Action from round 3. And you see this time it's Miranda against the ropes. Nice move to turn the tables and put Porras on the ropes.
Porras had his moments though, Steve.
Watch the subtle little move by Miranda here, right there. Steps to his right, and all of a sudden, it's Porras who's against the ropes.
Best flurry of the fight in terms of two-way action. EDISON Miranda on the left. On the right is Henry Porras of Costa Rica. Miranda trying to get all of that confidence back after suffering a punishing knockout loss to Kelly Pavlik in May. And again, Steve, those are the kind of knockouts that could finish fighters. You know, they could finish fighters as top 10 viable contenders.
Stop. Break.
And then Porras' face.
One thing to look for, Nick, Miranda's in a new division. He obviously didn't struggle to make weight anywhere near as badly as he has in the past. He should be able to maintain a fast pace throughout this fight, all 10 rounds. You'd think.
And any validity to, okay, you're fighting a naturally bigger guy. Well, not naturally bigger, I should say, but a bigger man than you're used to fighting. I think that has minimal impact given Porras' offense, which looks pretty good now. Porras for a little crossover. Boy, he's open for that right hand.
Oh, you saw that coming, didn't you?
He's doing it again, Steve. Yeah.
At times, it seems like Miranda's landing the right to the back of Porras' head, but that's only because Porras is turning away from the punch.
Yeah, he almost
Nothing
seems to be
illegal about
inviting him in.
He's staying in the pocket, Porras. He's not backing up at all.
It's not as if he's the most mobile guy to pull those little tight turns off and come up firing.
We talked a little bit about Miranda's background. You know, Nick and I found out yesterday how Porras got into boxing. Someone stole his bicycle when he was a kid. Whose story does that sound like?
Hey, all of us.
All of us.
No, but
and
Ali?
Yes. Yeah, in Louisville.
Well, we grew up in the city. Who didn't have a stolen bicycle?
They stole Nick Charles' bicycle.
Wow. Yeah, they got away with that. It could have been you.
And And you became a fighter too, you fought as an amateur.
Yes, for a couple of years. Wisely got out before the beatings got any worse, right? we had headgear though.
Miranda's landing a lot of right hands. Now, granted, Porras usually goes long, but you wonder, 8 pounds, 9 pounds more, does it make a difference in how the opponent absorbs those right hands?
That's a good point. Porras hanging in there. Lost in Germany, Danila Hostler, guy at 122 at 23. Otis Grant, former world champion.
And look at Porras attacking.
Break. No punch. Break.
I mentioned before, Porras stopped 4 times in his career.
Yeah,
but
the Carl Frock fight. Boy, that's no disgrace.
Yeah, Frock's top 10 now. But I could not find a lot of knockdowns of Porras. In the Jürgen Brähmer fight, he went down 3 times. That was the only knockdowns I could find.
They punch together now. Miranda tries that right to the body.
Miranda's left hook is just not the punches right-handed. It's not thrown as natural.
No doubt. Of course, he's a better boxer. Just lacking the power. It's as if Miranda didn't have to worry about being pushed back and all. Or to be threatened, really, Steve. That's probably it. Kidney shot. Hook off the jab. There's that right hand. Now Miranda in close. Now wants distance. It's really odd, Steve. Porras is the guy walking forward a lot.
The way you can tell Miranda's Colombian and not Mexican, Nick, when he gets in close, he throws the right hand to the body, not a left hook to the body.
Hey.
Haven't seen many left hooks to the body.
That's the signature difference. You're right.
Oh, there's a left hook. And I think Porras is hurt for the first time.
That right hand, that was a hammer.
Yeah, he's
and look at his legs. That changed the fight right here. Referee Frank Santori Jr., big look. Now Porras trying to battle back. His left hand is low.
Break. Let him go. Let him go.
He's got half a minute to get out of this round. Miranda should jump on him.
Porras' eyes look okay.
You should jump on him, Steve.
We shouldn't forget the body. Porras defending against the right hand with his left shoulder.
Porras, nothing offensively, and now Frank Santori steps in wisely. Porras absolutely out of fight. And Edison Miranda took it away from him, turning it around, as you said, Steve, with that big punch.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino Hollywood, referee Frank Santori Jr. stops this bout at 2 minutes 45 seconds of the 5th round. Your winner by TKO, Edison Pantera Miranda.
Absolutely critical for Edison Miranda to get back in the win column.